Some call Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 some of his best work. How did you and Quentin originally cross paths, and what attracted you to the script? Because, as you mentioned, gymnasium, gymnastics, you do it all there. It's both Kill Bill 1 and 2, even though it was filmed as one film initially.
Right. Yeah, the script was like that big. It was like a phone book. Oh my God.
What did you think when Chuck first sent you the script? What did you think?
That's not really how it happened. When I was doing a play in London. I was doing the 7-year itch. And actually, I'd done a film called Dancing at the Blue Iguana with a great film director named Michael Radford, who had done Il Postino, one of my favorite movies. And this was sort of an experimental film. It was a film where everything was improvised. You created your own character, your own dialogue. Everything had to be improvised, and it was a really great experiment and experience. And after the movie, he said, "Do you want to do a play with me?" And I'd never done a play before because of my shyness. I was like, "I'll die. I will not make it through. I won't make it." But it never occurred to me, the audience is in the dark. You don't see them. It was much easier once I realized that. I was like, oh my God, okay, good. But it's just like being in a movie then. You just forget that they're there. But anyway, he said it was going to be on the West End, which I thought was like the Lower East Side. I didn't realize it was Broadway, like it was a huge theater, and oh my God, I was mortified once I got over there, but I kind of got through the experience. I ended up loving the experience, and one night during the play, I heard this very identifiable cackle in the second or third row, and yeah, it was Quentin. And he just had come to the play, and he came backstage and said, I'm writing a part for you in my next movie. You're going to be Elle Driver. And I'm like, interesting, I'm going to be a driver. And he said, and you're the nemesis. And I'm like, okay, good. So it's called Kill Bill, and my name is Elle Driver. I'm going to be a driver whose name is Elle Driver, but I'm Bill? Wait, I didn't understand. I didn't know. I was like, I don't really understand. So once finally he finished the script and he sent it to me, and it was, like I said, the size of a phone book, and I just, of course, loved it. And reading Quentin's scripts are some of the only times I've actually laughed out loud when I'm reading.
So when you read the script the first time and then you do the film supposedly was 4 hours, and then it was decided to be broken up into 2 films, which really, really worked well. Did you think it would take off so well at the time? Because the whole idea of what Kill Bill is about and stuff, the audience seemed to take very, very strongly to it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just such a creative force that, I think there'll always be an audience for his work. And it was such a great experience doing it. I got to study with Master Wu Ping and his fight team from Hong Kong. I got to study with Sonny Chiba and learn samurai sword training for 5 months. I got to learn what it means if you place your sword this direction or that direction or in front of you, and all it's just incredible. And then, of course, I got to learn all this wire work, which I insisted upon, because even though Quentin said there was going to be I was not going to be doing any flying around, I'm like, but you never know. I need to learn how to fly, just in case. And then eventually we got to use one thing in the wire, because first my death scene was supposed to take place outside in the desert, and we were going to turn into 2 giant Godzilla versus what's the other Godzilla person that Godzilla fights? Yeah, that one. So they were going to be like fighting out in the desert, the 2 of us, and with this big sword fight, and then eventually she actually kind of just swipes her sword, and I hear it, and then I notice there's like a little spray, a fine mist of like a spray paint can of red, and I realize it's coming from me, and slowly my life ekes away. But then I don't think he had the heart to kill me. And and he decided to put us in the trailer, and I'm like, oh no, but our fight scene. He's like, no, it'll be good. You'll be like 2 cats in a bag. And so he changed it like a couple days before we were supposed to shoot, like really right at the end of right up to the last second. And of course, it worked out great.